What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. My name's Jackson Desjardins, and I'm here to help you build your absolute super self, whether that's physically trying to lose weight and build some muscle, or that's mentally trying to overcome your limiting beliefs and just opening up your potential of what you thought was possible. That's what we're doing here on this channel, and I could not be more excited to have you with me. So as most of you know, as I've been mostly a weight loss YouTuber up to this point, I've lost about 100 pounds, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about if I could do it again, if I could lose 100 pounds and lose weight again, what would I do? Would it be any different? And the answer is a resounding yes. It would be so different because what I did originally was not sustainable, and it actually caused me to put on about 20 to 30 pounds after I lost the weight. But anyway, first things first, I've got a gig tonight, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys with me. For those of you who don't know, I play like 6 instruments, and one of those instruments is guitar, and I go around, you know, the kind of Ocean City, Maryland, kind of like Bethany Beach, Delaware area, and I play some gigs every now and then in the summertime. So this is kind of one of those nights. I play a bunch of 70s music. It's a very, very good time. I'm gonna have a good crowd there tonight, and we get that out of the way, and then we're diving right in to what I would change if I was to lose 100 pounds again. But we're gonna go get this train rolling, play some tunes, and I'll see you guys in a second. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no clouds when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. All right, everybody, we just finished up the gig. It was a fantastic time. We had a bunch of people come. How's
it been like that?
All right, everybody, we just finished up the gig. It was a super awesome time. We had a bunch of people come out, and I played a bunch of 70s music this evening because I'm a big 70s music kind of fan. I like listening to old music. We're gonna keep this train rolling. We're gonna go say hi to my parents and the puppers. Oh, some bitch.
Oh, did you dip?
Yeah, Chloe was
Chloe's a big trooper.
Oh, guys, I wanted to take this point in the video to share with you what Transparent Labs just sent me recently. This is 70 servings of protein, and the vanilla flavor is actually really good. And I just wanted to remind you guys that if you're gonna get protein powder, I highly recommend that you get Transparent Labs. Not only because they have wicked quality ingredients, but also because they're just amazing people over there. And I want to remind you also, if you use code Jackson at checkout, you're gonna save yourself 10% and you're gonna support your boy. So if you pick up one of these behemoths, tag me on Instagram because I would love to see whoever gets this. But guys, now for the main topic of this video. I've been getting so many DMs, so many comments, just all over the place of like, if you had to lose all the weight again, what would you do? And I'll tell you one thing, I would not do the same thing. What I did to lose most of my weight, not all of it, was I did OMAD, so I ate 1 meal a day. I was loosely tracking calories, and I did about 45 minutes of Stairmaster every day. I wasn't lifting weights, I wasn't doing any of that. That's pretty much how I lost so much weight so quickly. I ate 1 meal, and I did a ton of cardio. I'm more concerned about meeting you where you are, not where optimal is at, you know what I'm saying? But also because it was absolutely unsustainable. So as soon as I got back to school after that summer, I like put on 20, 30 pounds again because it just like, I didn't really learn anything. I just by definition went on a diet. So I'm gonna share with you 4 things that if I could have done it over again and lose 100 pounds again, this is what I would have done. So number 1 is gonna be trust the calorie deficit. Okay, so when I started, my whole philosophy was like, oh, the more calories I take away, the faster I'll lose weight, right? And it was like, if you take too many calories away right off the bat, you're not gonna have anywhere to go when you hit a plateau. Because if you're doing so much cardio and you're also like not eating anything, what are you gonna do when you plateau and you like can't lose any more weight? If you would have just started with a little bit of a less aggressive calorie deficit, like 500 calories or something instead of like 1,000, then you'll have more wiggle room when you do hit a plateau to take a little bit more calories away, to do a little bit more exercise, and it's just gonna make the whole process a lot more seamless for you. And as far as the food itself, if I could do it again, I would have just drilled into my brain that it's like quantity over quality. I think we all have this misconception that like we have to eat fruits and vegetables and then lean meats to lose weight, and we don't really know why. Like when I was new to it, that's what I thought. It's like that's why chicken, rice, and broccoli kind of thing, like that's why people think that. They just don't understand that it's calories in, calories out. And I definitely would have just embraced that it is not necessarily the quality of food that is so important, but it's more so the quantity of how much food you're eating. If I would have like a cracker, I'd be like, oh, I screwed up, right? And that concept alone brings me to number 2, and that is, if I could do it again, if I could lose 100 pounds again, I would stop living in the extremes. You guys know I talk about it all the time, and if I could do it again, I would just simply like, when I would mess up, I just wouldn't go off the rails. I wouldn't be like, oh, well, this is an excuse to eat 10,000 calories and feel like absolute garbage by the end of the day and then do it for the next 3 days because I know that I'm gonna get back on Monday. I talk about it all the time, guys. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Instead, I would embrace those times to reflect and be like, okay, why did I just overeat? What happened? How was I feeling? Why did I feel the need to do that? Was I restricting myself with certain things? Maybe I need to include this in my diet because I really enjoy it, and if I label it as off limits, then I'm gonna just crave it more. And with this, I just genuinely would not have put so much faith into my future self, because that's the main driver of the get back on Monday myth, is like, you really believe that who you're gonna be in the future is this awesome figurehead of fitness and discipline on Monday. When Monday comes, for some reason, we all think that we're just gonna like be amazing because it's much easier to have hope than to have no hope, right? I'm not hating on you for saying get back on Monday. I'm just asking you to call yourself on your BS, because how many Mondays have you been saying that to yourself? So if I could do it again, I would stop living in the extremes and I would stop putting so much faith in my future self because of it. Now, number 3 is more of an exercise kind of term, and that's gonna be, I would lift weights and get 10,000 steps a day. Like I said, there's this misconception that like we all have to do so much cardio and like take away food and all this stuff. And while some of that remains true, I would have definitely focused more on weightlifting and just getting 10,000 steps for cardio, because not only was it more sustainable, but it would have allowed more wiggle room when I did hit a plateau, so I could add some cardio, maybe take away a little bit of food. And when I lost the weight, I wouldn't have looked like this, which was totally skinny fat and just not a good time. So I technically could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone, eating in a calorie deficit and lifting weights. I could have just like been putting on lean muscle while losing weight at the same time. So if I wanted to be quote unquote optimal, not that I really give a shit about being optimal, I probably would have done that. All right, number 4, probably the most important one in this entire video. Gonna get some hate for it, and it's okay. I would have unfollowed like 90% of the fitness influencers that I was following. And this is because those years from like 2014 to like 2018, 2017, that was when I was putting on weight while I was trying to lose it. And that was in large part due to the fact that wherever I was comparing to somebody who was just absolutely shredded. A lot of the time they weren't even natural. So now I've got my 16-year-old self comparing to this 24-year-old guy who's juicing up, and it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. So anything that I saw them eat, anything that I saw them do, I would try to do. So I wouldn't stick with anything. I would just, every one that I would come across, I would just be like, oh, I gotta do exactly what he's doing because that worked for him. And it's like, dude, you're your own person. So it caused a ridiculous amount of self-comparison. I was comparing my chapter 1 to their chapter 30. And guys, these are just my tips, but like if I could do it over again, I just would have unfollowed like 90% of them, because it was just kind of based in vanity and narcissism, and I was comparing where my 16-year-old body was to where, you know, homeboy's 28-year-old body was, and it just wasn't right. Honestly, guys, this is kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I want to be the influencer for you who is like kind of like your boy, you know, your friend, because I'm not gonna just tell you all the BS. I'm not gonna just like try to make it all about me. I really am here for you guys, and that's just because of number 4. Like, I was comparing myself to them so much. That's why I emphasize it so much to you guys. Do not compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 12, okay? Just don't do it. I started at rock bottom and I've worked my way out of it, but we all have a different story. And what would have helped me immensely is if I didn't have all these fitness influencers posting double biceps and like ab shots and wondering why I didn't have a rippling six-pack at 16 years old. It's not that I have anything against the fitness industry, I just think that there's a large difference between health and fitness, and I think fitness is much more based in narcissism and shirtless pictures. And I think health is actually based in the longevity of living the kind of life that you want to live. But that's just my 2 cents. So if I could do it again, guys, that's exactly what I would do. And there are so many more things that I could have added in this, like literally countless things, but I was like, you know what, I just want to keep it simple. So I just wanted to break it down into 4 things. But I hope I've been able to bring some value to you in this video. I hope that everybody is smashing their Grind 360 goals. I try to keep up with all the messages, but all the messages that I've been getting and all the comments that I've been getting are just all these awesome stories about how all of you guys are making so much progress. So you guys absolutely inspire me, and you know that. So I'm gonna leave you like I leave you every single video. Let's keep getting better together, and let's keep on grinding. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.